Dog zone. Rogue Stinger Hive.
Love your vids, man, by the way. I'm sure you hear this often, but
Rogue striker drone detected. To come online.
What's up, agents? Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. Today's build video is going to be called the Alpha Hybrid build. If you guys are looking for something that does big damage, you have high armor, high survivabilities, lots of incoming repairs, and just out DPS any player at close range. One of the best face tanking builds out there. This is going to be the one for you. So let's get into the specializations, and I can explain to you guys how this build works and all the pieces involved in it. So the first thing we're going to go over is specialization, guys. I'm not going to lie. Currently, the firewall is the best one to go for. The only reason why, to be honest, is because of this ridiculous armor kit that is just taking over PvP right now in the game. It's honestly, right now, it's just people utilize it all the time. A lot of people actually rely on this to get kills. It's quite funny. I do it as well. There's no other way to successfully heal yourself quickly other than this. If you can abuse this, you can survive. So I recommend you guys use this because most players, especially in the dark zone, are using this because this is going to be a PvP build. So make sure you utilize this. Everything else should be active. There's no excuses. You guys need to guard and farm. Shotgun damage and SMG damage is what you want. Here's the thing, guys. This is one of those builds where you need to use a shotgun or an SMG. Otherwise, it will not be as effective. So yeah. Let's have a look at these right here. Fiery response is another thing. When people break your armor, they will start burning. I know that's cheesy, but it's the way the game works. And they're going to have to hip fire you, and then it's GG's for them because you can outburst a lot of players with this build. So we're not going to go over everything else. Just make sure, like I said, shotgun, SMG are active. I'm going to go over the pieces now and have a look. Let me explain it to you guys. As you can see, I see a lot of people in the dark zone running this now, which is nice because it's nice to see some variations in builds. I've had this in my loadout for a couple weeks now, and I finally got the final piece that I needed, which is the backpack. It works really well. It's great. Versatile with Unbreakable is a great combination. Let me explain to you guys how this is going to work. So we got 1.4 million armor with high incoming repairs, high crit damage, and a bit of hazard protection. So we've got everything in there incorporated. We can survive hives. We can take a lot of damage, and because we've got incoming repairs from the 511 and the RNK, our Unbreakable will give us so much armor back because it stacks. Incoming repairs contributes towards Unbreakable. Versatile gives us 35% amplified damage to the SMG and the shotgun. You can one-shot people with this shotgun, by the way, guys. 1 million armor, you can one-shot them. It's very, very potent. So yeah, let's just get into the build in each individual piece. This is a rusher build. You need to be within 15 meters of the enemies. You can blitz them with the SMG, swap to your shotgun, or vice versa, and just absolutely wreck players. Let's go over it, guys, and have a look. So the main part of this build is going to be the SMG because this is probably the best SMG right now in the game. I had a conversation with a few people about it. For some reason, guys, this tactical vector, it's got 12-inch RPM, 39 mag, 68k damage. If you go to the other vectors, it's only 61 damage. Bigger mag, depends how you want to play. But like I said before, this is a burst damage build. It's not going to be easy to use because you're going to have to be swapping weapons. And if you're not used to doing that, you're going to have a hard time. And that's why we need to do as much burst damage as we possibly can. So I've gone for this tactical vector. I'd recommend using it. You guys can use whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But this is a PvP build. So just, I'm trying to help everyone who might not know. Crit chance mods. Crit chance mods. You want to get as much crit chance as you can on the gun. And then, like I said before, if you've got very high crit chance rolls on your gear, you need to gauge it. Go to your crit chance, your max. If it's 60%, remove a mod. If it's still 60%, you remove a mod, it's 55, then you're golden. You just put one more one on here. You're not overdoing it, because you can overdo your crit chance and waste crit damage. So you want to make sure you can put as much crit damage as possible. Nice big mag plus 20 rounds. Let's go. Once you've done that, this is quite important. Now the M870 is a very good one to use. I like using the lullaby because it looks cool, and I don't really use the shotgun that much, but it's very, very strong right now. Shotguns are great with this, with versatile. So also dealing with NPCs, those tricky NPCs that try and rush you, you can just one-shot them with the melee. Obviously, any NPC that's not yellow. So make sure you guys use a strong shotgun. M870, I would recommend. The Super 90 is okay. I've seen people use any kind of the drum shotgun as well. It doesn't matter. Completely up to you guys, but that's a very strong one to use. It does big damage. Just go for it. I recommend it. Okay, so this is where it gets a bit tricky. So the pieces I've decided to use is one piece Jarl gear, because the hazard protection is just really strong right now and it works great. I've got huge armor, 10% hazard. It's just a great piece. Crit chance as well. Now you can go for 2-piece chest gear if you want, but I would recommend just going for this one piece so you can focus on other elements as well. Put as much crit chance as you can. We want to have max crit chance, very important. So Jarl gear for the hazard protection. Then the 511, we got 2 pieces for the incoming repairs. The reason being is because incoming repairs stacks with unbreakable. It increases that percentage. So you will get so much more armor than what it says, and it's every 60 seconds. Efficient is just as good. It's very strong. But if you 1v1 someone with and you have efficient and they've got unbreakable, you probably lose because they need time to proc the armor kit. But obviously, if you abuse an armor kit, and if you like abusing armor kits, you can use efficient here. It's up to you guys. But those are the 2 talents that are dominating the DZ right now. So it's completely up to you, your play style. I like to just run in gung-ho. I don't really like to focus on the armor kits or rely on armor kits too much. But sometimes it depends who you're fighting as well. So you know, give or take. So I've got hazard protection, explosive resistance. I'm not going to lie, I'd rather have crit chance or crit damage, but that's the piece. I can't be fussy. Just make sure you guys have the 2-piece. Remember, incoming repairs is very nice. The 1-piece health, it helps a bit, but it's not really necessary. All your blue mods, incoming repair mods. I've got some pretty decent ones here. On the mask, like I said, crit chance, crit damage. You want to go for that. Okay, so the holster, I've gone for Sokolov. The 2-piece gives us critical hit damage because I don't really need the 3-piece that much. Stack crit damage, guys. Remember, weapon damage. It's just to get the SMG and the crit damage up, so we can do more damage with the SMG. I don't have shotgun damage, like I said. If you guys want to use the shotgun more, you can. The shotguns are really strong right now. The backpack, versatile. Very, very good. We've got a nice backpack here. High rolls. Weapon handling is unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's a decent backpack. So this is where it gets interesting, guys. So versatile. Amplifies total weapon damage for 10 seconds when swapping between your primary and secondary weapons if they are different. 35% for shotguns and SMGs, which is really, really strong. This is how we can do so much damage whilst being tanky. It's very important to remember that. And this build, you will not believe how well this works. The amount of times I've run into to fight someone, I've swapped to my SMG. They've got like 1.5 million armor as well, even more armor than me. Not only do I out-survive them, but I out DPS them as well. That's why it's such a nice balance. That's why we call it the alpha hybrid build. It's a great balance and it works very well in any kind of situation. Even going for PvE in the dark zone, it works great. But remember PvP, because PvE, it's a bit difficult using an SMG. These are close range weapons, remember that. 511, obviously, because of the incoming repairs. Armor, crit chance, crit damage. Let's go. Then the knee pads are also very important. 1-piece RNK, which you can use as the chest piece. It's completely up to you guys. I've got max rolls here, hazard, crit chance, armor. It's great. Incoming repairs for the 1-piece. Okay, guys, this is where it gets interesting. So, like I said before, shields are very strong right now, but the pulse, obviously, disruptor pulse, it's very strong. Here's another little quick top tip for you guys. So, if someone's trying to proc an armor kit and you disrupt them, it actually cancels their armor kit. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it's very, very good to know because you can cancel someone's armor kit, which is very, very handy, especially when you're using unbreakable and they've got efficient. Because if someone procs efficient, you're dead. You have to catch them off guard or run away from them. That's why it's difficult, and it depends how you want to play. I always use the shields if I've got blues. Now, if you don't, you're hindering yourself. That's why people always say, another shield, another shield. You have to use shields these days, guys. It's so strong. Yes, you can be disrupted, but if you're not, it's a tier 4 shield, guys. You know, like, we get so much regeneration, buff strength, shield health, and active regen. It would be silly not to. And you get damage multipliers from it because it's the firewall one. So it just makes sense to use it. On the stats, we've got big damage here. The crit chance is 59.7. You might be thinking, oh, it's not 60. That is, in my eyes, 59.9 is perfect because I know that we're not overdoing it, so that's fine. Don't worry about that. The crit damage is low. I've got builds that have got 170% crit damage, but let me tell you guys something now. Utility is king in the game right now. Do not be a damage bot. That's what I always say. It's not just about damage or crit damage. You will out-survive the person who's got 180% crit damage, I guarantee you. If you can swap your weapon, they will not kill you. Let's go over the other stats as well. You guys can pause it if you want. I'm not going to go through too many. Pulse resistance, hazard protection is 44%. Incoming repairs, 47%, which is very, very nice. We've got some explosive resistance as well. That all works with the unbreakable. Helps it up, makes it stronger. Very, very nice. Also hazard protection, you get off the burn. I would not go more than 60-70%. You're just sacrificing too much else. And to be honest, guys, you can still get 2-tapped by chem launchers. It's not the hazard that is a problem. It's the explosive damage from the skills as well. It's not even explosive damage. The skill damage is so strong right now, it can damage you. But you get off the bleed, you get off the burn very quickly with hazard. And I feel like between 35 to 55% is pretty nice. It's not great, but it helps. It depends. It depends. Like if you can maneuver around. I know there's a lot of cheese in the game right now, especially fire holsters. That's why I've got hazard, because just to try and mitigate that as much as I possibly can without sacrificing too much damage and survivability. So yeah, that's it for the build. I really do enjoy this. It works so strong in the dark zone right now. A lot of people are using it. It's great. It's an amazing build. Let me know what you guys think. Give it a try. Give it a shot. Comment if you guys are going to use it, how you're going to adapt it to change it. Like I said before, this is not an easy build to use. You have to watch because there are cooldowns. When you swap your gun, you can't just keep swapping. There are cooldown bars. It is a bit tricky, but yeah, like I said before, guys, leave a like, subscribe, consider becoming a member, follow me on Twitch, and I'll be seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out, agents.